Hello, everyone. So, good afternoon. Bienvenue à tous. My name is Leah Sanzone, and as Associate Director, Entry to Practice of Education at the Ingram School of Nursing, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to our annual Nursing Professionalism Ceremony. Now, in its 11th year, this ceremony is a rite of passage. And like all rites, it is much more meaningful when it is shared. We are delighted to welcome over 200 first-year students in the BScN, BNI On Campus, BNI Online, and Direct Entry Qualifying Year who are with us today in person. We also have some BNI students online who are joining us virtually. A special shout out to all the proud family and friends who are sharing this moment through the magic of live stream. Un bienvenue aux parents et amis qui participent à notre cérémonie en diffusion web. Just before we begin, I would like to remind everyone and ask everyone if you can kindly silence your phones during the ceremony. So I thank you in advance. I would like to call upon Sheena Doyle to deliver a land acknowledgement on behalf of all of us. A BScN McGill alumni, Sheena is a current Master in Nursing student here at the Ingram School of Nursing, a nurse at the MUHC Family Birthing Center, president of the Nursing Graduate Students Association, NGSA, and someone I've had the privilege of personally mentoring. Sheena?
Sego, hi everyone. At the kind request of José Lavallée, Red River Mishif, Director of OSAN and Indigenous Scholar ISON, I offered this land acknowledgement as a non-Indigenous person, bearing responsibility and accountability in speaking truths and advocating within colonial spaces. I approach this reflection with humility and care, guided by Indigenous community members, nurses, scholars, and families who have generously shared their knowledge with me and their lived experiences. I begin by acknowledging that I live, learn, work, and play on lands that are unceded, that McGill University is located on these unceded Indigenous lands. The Kanien'kehá:ka Nation are recognized as the custodians of the lands and waters on which we gather today. As I traveled into Tiohtià:ke this morning through Kahnawake in the sunny and crisp weather and walked up Mount Royal, I reflected on how Indigenous ways of knowing offers a model of care that calls on us to respect and thank all our natural environments, from the microbes to the trees, and the community relations that sustain us all. Tiohtià:ke, meaning where the boats and rivers meets, reflects the land's long-standing role as a site of gathering. And today it remains the home to diverse Indigenous communities as well as settlers from many backgrounds. We must continually respect the connections and relations with the past, present, and future in our ongoing relations with Indigenous peoples and our relations. As nurses, we must recognize the privilege and responsibility we hold within colonial healthcare and education systems and remain accountable to all the relations we build. This acknowledgement is not a conclusion, but a living statement. It weaves together past, present, and future generations, reminding us that reconciliation is not a static word, but an active practice. Nawagoa, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sheena, for those meaningful words. Our Nursing Professionalism Ceremony takes place at a very busy time of year, as you meet your teachers, get to know your classmates, have midterms, familiarize yourself with the sprawling McGill campus, and adjust to the structured pace of a new school year. All of us at the Ingram School of Nursing are rooting for you and are working hard to give you the foundation you need to thrive in your careers as nurses. Now, for a few housekeeping details. On your seats, you will find a small envelope containing the oath which we will be reciting together and the name tags that you will be wearing during your clinical rotations. Please hang on to these for now, as you will need them in a bit later on during the ceremony. It is a great pleasure that I'd like to call upon Lynn McVeigh, Associate Director of the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences and Director of the Ingram School of Nursing, to say a few words.
Bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue à cette cérémonie de professionnalisme. I would like to take a moment to thank Sheena for a wonderful land acknowledgement. And I would like to address Dean Fellows, who is here with us, and Alain Biron, the Director of Nursing at the McGill University Health Science Center. Thank you for being with us today. I had the pleasure of meeting many of you at orientation a little over a month ago. And it's a pleasure to see you again now that you've had a chance to settle in to this new academic year. I have to say, when I walk out of my office, which is an area where there are students studying, it is always quiet, and I see a lot of hard work happening at the beginning of this school year, so I wanted to congratulate you for that. Once again, I want to welcome you all to the Ingram School of Nursing. A warm welcome as well to parents and friends who are proudly joining, as Leah Sanzoni mentioned, via live stream. I would also like to say a word about Satoko Shibata, who is Richard Ingram's wife, and the Ingram family has been extraordinarily generous to the School of Nursing here at McGill. They have provided financial resources to enhance our facilities, to expand our programming, and lead the way in nursing education. Normally, we would ask her to stand up and say thank you, but I'm going to ask for a round of applause just to say thank you to Satoko Ingram at this moment in time. Unfortunately, she could not be with us. Neither Satoko nor Richard Ingram could be with us today, and they are with us in our thoughts. So thank you for championing our mission at every turn. We are deeply grateful for the Ingram family's support. Joining us in person today are first-year students, BScN, BNI On Campus, BNI Online, and Direct Entry Master's Qualifying Year. I'm an alumni from that program, and I'm very proud to welcome all of you here to the Ingram School of Nursing. Each of you has made an important decision that has brought you to this moment, the decision to devote yourself to the study and practice of nursing. As I mentioned at orientation, and it bears repeating, there are 29 million nurses on the planet. We need every single one of them, and we need every single one of you. We are thrilled that you're embarking on a journey that will prepare you to join this incredibly rewarding profession. Today's ceremony highlights the importance of professionalism. Professionalism refers to the conduct, goals, qualities, and evidence-based skills that characterize the profession of nursing. Professional identity is constructed at the level of the individual. It involves thinking, feeling, researching, and acting like a nurse. Our job here at the Ingram School of Nursing is twofold: to prepare you to take on the responsibilities and uphold the ethics of the nursing profession, and to help build the confidence that will allow you to think, feel, research, and act as a nurse. I'm very proud, personally, to be a nurse. Grounded in social responsibility and reciprocity, the nursing profession is highly valued and respected by society. In fact, this is born out of surveys here in Canada and around the world that consistently rank nurses as among the most trusted professionals. I firmly believe that in our post-pandemic era, nurses have what it takes to revitalize our healthcare system by taking our place at the highest levels of decision-making. In a little while, all of us, students and faculty, will recite an oath together, committing to the highest standards of professionalism in our practice as nurses and future nurses. It is a pledge that we at McGill Ingram School of Nursing take seriously. and one that we will help you to fulfill by providing you with the theoretical knowledge, most up-to-date practices, skills, training, and many opportunities to challenge yourselves, to learn and to grow into your identity as a nurse. I'd like to take a moment to thank our special guests who have agreed to address you today. Dr. Leslie Fellows, Dean of the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences, who is a great supporter of our school and of interprofessional education. And our keynote speaker, Dr. Alain Biron, Director of Nursing at the McGill University Health Center. Thank you for agreeing to address our students here today. Special thanks as well to Associate Professor Leah Sanzoni, who has led the planning of this ceremony for the past 11 years with great dedication and heart, and to the incredibly hardworking faculty and staff, many of whom are here with us today, led by Jackie Courtney, who's sitting right here, who helped organize this very special day. To our first-year learners, thank you for choosing the Ingram School of Nursing. I wish each and every one of you continued success in your academic journeys. And it is my honor now to invite Dean Fellows to say a few words. Merci.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much, Professor McVeigh. Merci. Thank you for the inspiring opening. I love these kinds of ceremonies. That's why I signed up to be dean. It's a real pleasure to welcome you on behalf of McGill and the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences, and also on behalf of the Neuro. You happen to be, I'm a neurologist. You happen to be in my personal stomping grounds, so it's a pleasure to welcome you here this morning to celebrate this important milestone in your professional journey. C'est un grand moment. Et je suis fier de le partager avec vous. This is, a moment for many of you where you'll be crossing into the clinical world, in some cases for the first time, putting what you've learned in class into practice, to care for people and to help them feel better. As you develop clinical skills and competencies, you'll learn about limits, how to surmount them, your own strengths, how to care for yourselves and each other. Now, all of you will care for individuals from different walks of life, from different cultures, different backgrounds. That's one of the particularly interesting and rewarding aspects of learning and practicing here in this part of the world. And as you consider the physical needs of patients, you'll listen to their stories, to their emotional and cultural needs, and develop really a broad range of clinical skills and competencies. And you'll learn about yourself as a health professional, taking on that role, your own limits, your own strengths, and the great responsibility that comes with the important work that you do as a nurse. Quand j'étais moi-même étudiante en médecine et résidente, j'ai eu le privilège de travailler avec des infirmières et infirmiers exceptionnels qui m'ont aidé à développer ma conception du professionnalisme. I could tell you many stories about nurses who taught me technical skills and the art of clinical care, who inspired me, who saved me from making mistakes. Not necessarily because they cared about me, but because they cared about the patient that we were looking after together. Some of them cared about me, I think, but today I thought I'd tell you one short story, if you'll allow me, that really captures for me this very practical professionalism and interprofessional teamwork that I've always especially appreciated in working with my nursing colleagues. It's a story that illustrates in a unique way how the care team also includes the patient. I was a medical student when this happened, and I had the very interesting experience of working for several weeks in Nunavik in the Western Arctic. I was sent on a medevac with a very experienced nurse to Tuktoyaktuk to bring a patient who'd had a abdominal injury, open abdominal wound, to the hospital in Nunavik, which is the big city in that area. I think it had a population of about 3,000 people. The patient was in a lot of pain. We were in the back of an ambulance with him, being driven over an ice road, the frozen Mackenzie River. The The clinical problem we were facing is that he was in a lot of pain, that we were equipped with morphine to help him navigate on this bumpy ice road with this open wound. The nurse, between us, we didn't want to give him too much morphine because, as I'm sure you already know, that could lead to a respiratory arrest, which you do not want to have on an ice road in the Western Arctic. But we didn't want to give him too little and have him suffer unduly. The main problem we had is we didn't really know how far we were from the hospital. None of us, including the driver, knew where we were really on the road. None of us had been on this road before. At first it was fine. The nurse was giving some morphine. I was just sort of along for the ride. And then she turned to ask my advice. I was a third-year medical student. She was a very experienced nurse. I got very worried. If the nurse is asking me for advice, then I knew we were in really big trouble. At that point, the patient woke up a little bit, and he kind of heaved himself up to look out the window of the ambulance, which is sort of at an above eye level. He kind of pulled himself up somehow and looked out, and it turned out he knew where we were. Despite the pain and the abdominal wound, he could tell us how far it was to the hospital. It turned out we were getting quite close, so we were much more comfortable about giving him another dose of morphine and getting him into the hands of more expert help. So this was a very unusual situation, but the sense of teamwork, of everyone bringing what they knew to provide the patient with the best care we could, is really something that I've experienced over and over. And I guess I take two lessons from this experience, or propose two lessons for you. The first is the combination of experience and humility that came from this interaction with this nursing colleague. Cette combinaison d'expérience et d'humilité, the idea of reaching out to ask for help when the situation demanded it. It was a message about professionalism from that nurse for me that I definitely took to heart. That there was a natural teamwork where everyone was trying their best with whatever resources they had in a situation to care for our patient. And it's an amazing aspect of modern healthcare that I really value and that I know is part of how you're trained, and I think that's great. And lesson number two is listen to the patient. Il faut toujours écouter le patient. He knows where he is on his journey, and sometimes that's literally true. It's the promise that we make to patients that we'll meet them where they are without judgment. Respect them as people who need your help. Regardless of the many diverse walks of life, backgrounds, and other differences you'll have the great privilege to encounter and learn from. To me, that's the best part of clinical work. It's a responsibility, and it's also a privilege and a joy to be able to interact with people in very difficult times and make a difference. 25 ans plus tard, peut-être plus que 25, je continue d'écouter attentivement mes patients. J'essaie toujours d'appliquer ce que j'ai appris cette journée-là avec ce patient. Alors voilà notre mission, notre vocation, servir les patients et la société en équipe, avec compassion, humilité et respect. Je vous encourage à prendre le temps de réfléchir à cette responsabilité et à ce qu'elle signifie pour vous. The Ingram School of Nursing is one of the first nursing schools in Canada, as I'm sure you've already learned, established more than 100 years ago. It's undergone tremendous growth under the current leadership, faculty and staff. The school is a leader in the strengths-based nursing and healthcare philosophy, and those notions underpin the relatively recently revised undergraduate curriculum and has inspired other schools elsewhere. Nursing is one of 6 schools in the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences, and it's one of my favorite schools. We heard already about the generous donation of Mr. Richard Ingram to support the facilities that you benefit from in the 680 Sherbrooke Street West, including the Sakoto Shibata Clinical Learning Laboratories. But more than the facilities, of course, is the quality and dedication of the teachers and the experiences that you have learning together from and with each other. This is a great environment to learn in, and part of the reason it's so great is because you're in it. So I encourage you to work with each other, get to know each other. You will be team members in learning and team members, no doubt, in clinical settings in the short term and in the future. Alors, c'est avec grand plaisir que je vous félicite dans cette prochaine phase de votre parcours au sein du réseau de McGill. Je vous souhaite beaucoup de succès Félicitations à toutes et à tous. Congratulations to all of you, and good luck with the next steps. And I'm eagerly awaiting your help in the hospitals. But in the meantime, enjoy the day. I'm unfortunately going to have to step out, which is not my usual style. I'd like to be here and see the pins given out, but I wish you a great afternoon. I have to go worry about one of the other schools in the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences, but I'm glad to see this one thriving. Thank you for including me.
Thank you, Dean Fellows, for your inspiring words. Have a great day. Okay. Our keynote speaker, Alain Biron, is no stranger to McGill University. In fact, he earned his Bachelor of Nursing and his Doctorate of Nursing from the Ingram School of Nursing, heading off to Université de Montréal in between for his master's degree. I'm glad you came back and got your doctorate. It's a fig, it's a runaway. Since 2016, he has served as an Associate Director of Nursing at the MUHC and is an Associate Professor at our school. Monsieur Biron has over 25 years of experience in nursing practice, research, and leadership. He is well recognized for research in the areas of healthcare safety and quality improvement, with over 30 scientific publications to his credit, and numerous funded studies as a researcher or co-investigator. The title of his talk this afternoon is Dare to Dream, a personal journey into nursing. Alain, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Leah. You didn't say the year I graduated. Did you? It's okay. Good afternoon, everyone. It's really a pleasure to be here today. But first and foremost, I would like to thank you for embarking into our profession. Congratulations. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter in your lives, and I'm honored to share this moment with you. More than 30 years, you said 25, but it's a bit more. Okay. It's more than 30 years ago I was sitting where you are now. I didn't know that nursing would become not just a career for me, but the true purpose. Not the sole purpose, but it's like it become who you are, part of your identity. I didn't know how deeply rewarding it would be, and certainly didn't know how much I would grow in it. My journey into nursing was not straightforward. After CJAP, I took a year off and I traveled because I was searching myself a bit. I joined an exchange program that brought me into a very small hospital in Saskatchewan. It was 52 beds only. And then I went to Nepal, where I built latrines for 3 months. Then later I went to Russia with another program, still under communism at that time. And things didn't go quite well there. I got lost in Siberia, but that's another story. But all those experiences planted a seed. I wanted to contribute to something bigger than myself. I needed a profession that offered a purpose. Nursing runs in my family. I had role models. My sister is a nurse. My brother-in-law is a nurse. So I chose nursing. But the beginning was tough. Okay, so when I started, I didn't speak any English, or almost none. Organic chemistry, cell biology, I don't want to scare you off, hit me hard. I questioned my choice. I wondered if I belonged in what felt a somewhat conservative culture. I wasn't sure I fit it in. So, because I was more like, when I was in Nepal, we took a cactus needle to put my earring here. And you come to McGill at that time 30 years ago, was a totally different story. That was not acceptable. So why did I stay? Because I discovered that nursing is not one thing, it's many things. And within it, I found spaces that align with who I am. I learned to know myself. I'm a collaborator. I thrive in teams. I'm logical, conceptual, I like to take charge. Nursing, I realize, is a team sport. And now, Professor McVeigh alluded to this, Dean Fellow also. You need your team in nursing to survive and to thrive. That's a fundamental truth that fit with who I am. In those early years, I explored different aspects of our profession: acute care, community nursing. I did pursue a master's degree in nursing, work in infection control, discovered the power of data. Thanks to a physician colleague who just passed away 2 weeks ago, I was able to show at that time that a good proportion of our beds were occupied by infection that we give to our patient. We call this nosocomial infection. That insight mattered. My report went directly to the board of that institution at that time, and all the doors were then open for me to make the changes that needed to be made. Later, I pursued a PhD, which allowed me to build on this experience, explore even more my analytical side, and I asked questions, I challenged assumptions, I grew. Eventually, I moved into management. I embraced change and learned that leadership is not about control. It's about creating environments where others can flourish. I continue to learn about myself. You'll be surprised by the number of psychometric tests I had to do in my life. With all new position, you learn something about yourself. And so each time I had changed job, I had to do some more. So the importance of the fit. Knowing yourself is only half of the journey. The other half is finding a milieu where your strengths are not just accepted, but celebrated. I've been lucky to work with many mentors who shaped my path. Judith Ritchie, Patty O'Connor, Marie-Claire Richer, Andréane Saucier, Patricia Lefebvre, all of them allowed me to grow further. Let me share you a story with Patricia Lefebvre that illustrates a bit of her leadership. I worked with Patricia for 7 years as her assistant. I was assistant to the director in quality at the MUHC. I was her right arm. When I came to her with new ideas, her default response was always yes. And that seems simple, okay, but it's not, okay? And it was a yes, but until proven otherwise, okay? It was not a default no. That mindset brought joy to my professional life, gave me room to innovate, to grow, to lead. In healthcare, many managers hesitate when faced with change. Patricia taught me that embracing possibility is a form of leadership. The idea of a fit has become central to how I now hire my own team. When there's a fit, the impact is huge. So much more can be accomplished when colleagues in your environment bring out their best. Looking ahead, today I'm involved in many projects. Some of them are exploring artificial intelligence in healthcare. The future is very exciting and also uncertain. Our public healthcare system faces many challenges, such as access to care. So I'm sure you heard about the wait times in the ED, wait times to get an appointment. We need nurses who will bring new solutions. I strongly believe that we are, as nurses, well positioned to be part of these solutions. But for that, we need to believe that we can do things differently. We need to allow ourselves to dream. I consider myself as a practical dreamer. Now, there's always a grounded part of myself, but also I like to think that we can do things differently. These solutions cannot be implemented alone. Again, that's why you need the right people around you, people whose strengths you know and can harness. Throughout all this, one thing remains constant: the need for nurses who are curious, courageous, and compassionate. So to you, the next generation of nurses, I offer this: know yourself, discover your own strengths, and lean into them. Find your milieu. Seek out environments that allow you to be your best self. Dare to dream, dare to lead, dare to change the world. You will be entering a profession that needs your voice, your vision, your heart. The journey won't always be easy, okay, but I can promise it will be worth it. So the future is in your hands. It looks bright. Thank you.
Alain, thank you for your visionary leadership, for your tireless advocacy of the nursing profession, and for your inspiring words, which all of us will take to heart. In just a few moments, we will begin the pinning portion of this ceremony. Throughout your time with us at the Ingram School of Nursing, but we'll just take maybe 3 seconds. We'll just allow our fellow students to join us. They were in a lab, so welcome everyone. Your names are on the chairs. I'll say it louder. It's okay.
Thank you.
This is like intermission at a play, so we're just... You could go sit on the other side if you like. Okay.
Just make sure I understand. Do they all put their pins on?
Yeah.
And then I start having them come around?
Yes. I'll make the announcement now that they put their pins on. Okay, so I do think we are now almost a full house. So I guess everything happens for a reason, as our fellow students joined us. Mrs. Satoko Ingram has also joined us. So thank you for being here to everyone. So I will start again and resume that in just a few moments, we will begin the pinning portion of this ceremony. Throughout your time with us at the Ingram School of Nursing, your name tag will clearly identify you as a McGill student, and we hope that you will wear it with pride. A little bit longer than 30 years compared to Alain, I still wear my name tag with great pride. One that started off as an undergrad student, graduate student, and now a proud faculty for the last few little bit. So I hope that you will wear your tag with great pride along your journey. Each of you should have an envelope with 2 McGill nursing name tags. Please remove just one of them. After pinning yourselves, you will be called in groups of 4 to the stage. Well, lower stage. Okay? You're just removing the pin and pinning yourself right now. Okay? We will call you to the stage in groups of 4, and then you will head off to the photography station with your PD and APDs. Please note that you are not obligated to have your photo taken. These pictures will be made available to the group of students that will be taking pictures with you. So if you do not want to be photographed, you do not need to be photographed. Okay? So please follow the instructions of our staff who are stationed throughout the amphitheater, and please proceed quietly as you make your way to and from the stage. After the photo, please return to your row and take a seat anywhere in the row. You don't need to go back to where you're sitting, all right? From this point on, I will now invite Anne-Laurie Beaubrun, who is our Assistant Program Director of the BNI online program, to begin calling students' names, while Bruna Fernandez and myself will be taking pictures with the BScN and qualifying year students.
All right. Hi, everyone. So, we're going to start. Elinor, sorry, it's far away, and I'm getting very, I'm not young. So, Elinor Abitbol, Kyla Argento, Varmir Atabe Ndude, Maya Beaulieu. Alicia Birla, Océane Blais, Chloé Blanchard, Davine Bolduc. Marie-Laure Cadieux, Naomi Chayet, Jo-Young Choi, Charlie Collet, Léane Constantin. Chiara Courtemanche, Anne-Frédérique Couture, Zéline Dag, Nadia Dilolia. Vera Dolmatov, Erika Farah, Hélène Feng, Sienna Fiaschetti. Jay Fodidio, Mahalia Gervais, Malek Haddad, Simon Hay. Barbara Ovoruski, Laurent Héroux, Marie-Pierre Hyperciel, Nisrine Jakik, Mauricio Jiménez Dosal. My fault. I'm going to rename you. Mauricio Jiménez Dosal, Xu Jin, Vanessa Josanu, Stephen Kajiru. Taima Kalat, Alae Laroussi, Liora Lang, Tamara Larrivée. Gwenliane Lequéré, Juliane Lemire, Alina Lee, Young Ning Lee. Yi Liu, Yuning Liu, Sarah Lee Lisotte, Kirali Magloire. Stefania Martini, Giulia Mazzarello, Lauriane Ménard, Kezia Midi. Thierry Morin. Héloïse Ménard, Thierry Morin, Asma Mouhous, Junlin Negrillo. Kiana Nouri de Francisco, Zoubiar Orc, Alexandra Faith Orlino, Juliane Paget. Adelina Pays, Heidi Pham, Tricia Fan, Maria Camila Porras Flores. Elliot Racine, Coralie Remaret, Raúl Alejandro Ruiz Barroquio, Yiken Shi. Kasra Shir Ali Zadeh, Daphne Simard, Zahara Singer, Dean So Tenyan. Aminata Tina Souma, Rose Saint-Laurent, Anita Tangaturai, Brianna Urnos. Theodora Venardos, William Y, Grace Wake Jigig, Katie Wang, Tessa Ward. So Tessa Ward, Tiara Weeks, Lu Tong Wei, Avery Yang. Zi Lin Yang, Zainab Yassin, Jennifer Yin, Tilotami Yoganathan, Amanda Yu. Angela Yu, Yunki Zhang. BNI.
If you call 4 and then have 4 in the holding eight, because there's a delay when he takes the picture that we're waiting for. Like call 4 while they're waiting to set up their picture, then 4 more.
We have plenty of time.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. No, it's okay. This is the online group? Yes.
This is online.
Okay. The first student is now 6. So we start with Jamila. So I'll do this and you do the rest, and then you call me? Sure. Or you do one page, I'll do the rest? Whatever. You'll tell me.
Let's start.
There are only 4 of them.
And who are the 4 others?
So 1, 2, 3.
And we have online sitting back there, right?
Ali and
Hajar?
Yes, and Ramada.
Okay, now we will call our 4 BNI online students who have joined us today in person. So we have Jamila Marie Jimenez, Chloe Seal Jung, Hagar Taib, Ramata Koyate. Now you'll go. And then you'll tell me when you want to speak.
Sarah Alaya, Asma Abdullahi Baris, Christine Bassous, Maya Belanger. Laila Bélanger, Olivia Benoit, Liane Berriot-Morin, Yves Bois. Laurence Boilly, Sierra Bao, Maite Brauto Lazaro, Abby Jo Christina Brown. Taina Bujaud. This is Taina. Okay, Taina? Tanya? Tanya Bujaud, Sophia Butirina, Stacy Bibu, Hannah Jean Kagigla, Marianne Casavant, Saskia Esther Cesar, Dora Colangelo, Philippe Dagnou. Ashley Davila, Jenna Grace Del Basso, Olivia Desunier, Romain Deschênes. Chiara Di Rado, Ushena Dyke, Anne Felix Dufresne, Kanimoli. Sorry, the name was too long and it cut on the list, so I had to grab the second list that had the full name. Kana Sawabai. Maïsa Fouguier, Christina Filion, Juliette Fleury, Christy François. Sarah Fulton Kennedy, Mathilde Galipeau Burst, Amélie Gingras, Daniela Gomez Restrepo. Yeah, no, it's Maxine, no? Sorry, it's Maxine, no? I have Maxine. Maxine goes, this is the student.
This is not.
Okay, oh, I see. Sarah Grenon, Zinai Han, Leonie Hughes, Amelia Ikin, I have no idea. Alicia Kerr, Catherine Kofi, Alberto Codre, Serena Keefe Mestroni, Jacqueline. Oh, sorry, that's the next one. Jacqueline Koning, Alison Lafrance, Reem Lacal, Camille Lamontagne. Simtra Leibou, Julia Leon, Megan Lesage, Shania Lozano. Jenna Madrid, Sophia Magafas, Zora Majerbi, Navnish Men. India McRae, Frohar Murhi, Justine Menard, Frédéric Mena. Eliane Miquelon, Naomi Morin, Vrisida Machonas, Aya Mushtakin. Naya Nasrallah, Halima Abduhali Nur Muhalin Adin, Ora Emily Ortega Trufer, Lilia Uhali. Jadi Uzilo, M. Stange Pampam, Sasha Parento Laurent, Abigail Partington. Italia Pese, Chiara Persechino, Victoria Persechino, Vanessa Piazza. Kaylee Pyle Kusikian. Audrey Pinsonneau, Sophie Placier, Juliane Poirier. Amélie Poirier, Emma Prue, Chloe Prunch. Mathilde Bouga. Edlin Broch Ramos, Soatiana Rasendra Rivo, Galandriel Raymond, Shani Hobitai. Camille Roy Liard, Chiara Saliba, sorry, William Saraiva, Rosalie Schrick. Okay. Bianca Silipo, Vanessa Silva Mirza, Sarah Latin Sirapiragazan. Maria Espanos. It's not a Madeline Sparks, Natil Suarez Mendoza, Eve Sang Tang, Tonya Tome. Tien Dan Tran, Angela Tran Lamy, Samantha Tissimikilis. There's Ashley Wong, Charlotte Wampling, Rachel Zia, Joya Zanga. Qualifying year now? Thank goodness. I gotta break. It's a humbling experience.
Do I start now? Do I start? Hi everybody, so I'll be calling the qualifying year students for the master's program. Chantal Abosamra, Céline Akrafi, Monica Buller, Emily Bourgo-Canali. Anouk Béraud, Laila D'Amico, Isabelle de Andrade, Ella Debarra. Zach Descarré-Gravel, Katie Gasios, Natasha Grigorievich, Ilana Gloz.
Florence Gosselin, Florence Grenon, Ashanika Hines, Irini Capello. Clara Langelier, Pierre Louis Dor, Kalenga Lubembele, Dayram Mendes Acevedo. Ambre Mogin, Priya Nagpal, Panayota Papadakos, Rosemary Papp. Roberta Pascova Dupuis, Chloe Plouffe, Marlene Robledo Sanchez, Madison Schachter. Jenny Stradwick, Karine Séguin, Andréane Weinberg.
Do the three, because, yeah.
Greta Zogai, Tanis Nelson.
So these are BNI. It's a short one.
This is it? Okay. We'll start with Rowan Mia Appleby, William Auclair Hérault, Emma Bastone, Isabella Bodo. Shelby Carbonneau, Amanda Ann Sherbaka, Nezrin Schick, and Zoe Gadbois. Maxine Gosselin-Han, Laura Haya, Teresa Hoofspain, and East Hun. Linnea Amore Hyatt, Angela Maria Yanello, Yaona Itu, and Gabriella Macri. Mallory Martin, Estelle Millette, Isabella Pardo Figoro, Rashari Patel. Carla Raiho Perez, Amy Elizabeth Schrechter, and Sarah Tan. There's two. 1 and 2. There's 2 of them. I know, but I don't want, they'll take a picture of 2. And our last 2, Sharana Tarmapala and Trisha Awashish. All right. There's just one more step left before we can officially welcome you to the nursing profession, the recitation of the oath, which we will say out aloud. This oath is a sacred promise. Shh. This oath is a sacred promise that guides our behavior and affirms our commitment to this incredibly meaningful and rewarding profession. This particular oath is even more special because it was written by and for Ingram School of Nursing students. You will find the oath in English and in French in the envelope at your seat, or you can follow on the screen. Faculty members are encouraged to join in the recitation as they reaffirm their own commitments to society and to the nursing profession. So I would like everybody to stand up, that is the students to stand up. And with this, I would like to call upon Alexandre Bilodeau, President of the Nursing Undergraduate Society, who will lead us in the reciting of the oath in French, and Sheena Doyle, President of the Nursing Graduate Students Association, who will lead us in the English recitation.
Okay, so everyone with me, okay? As I begin my journey as a student at the Ingram School of Nursing, I solemnly pledge myself to the service of humanity. I will endeavor to practice my profession with conscious dignity and respect for all individuals. I will promote health for all through the holistic care of individuals, families, communities, upholding the highest standards of evidence-informed practice. I will strive to embody the nursing by recognizing strengths, acting with compassion, wisdom, openness, and presence. I will commit to the interdisciplinary collaboration and lifelong learning, building on my foundation of science, taking a leadership role to advance the development of my noble profession. I make these promises freely and upon my honor as I embark my profession with enthusiasm, pride, committed to providing equitable care.
Attention tout le monde. À l'aube de mon parcours comme étudiant à l'École des sciences infirmières Ingram, je m'engage solennellement au service de l'humanité. Je m'efforcerai à exécuter ma profession en toute conscience, avec dignité et respect pour tous. Je m'engage à promouvoir la santé en utilisant une approche en amont pour tous, par le biais des soins holistiques pour les individus, les familles, les communautés et les environnements, tout en respectant les plus hautes normes de la pratique fondées sur les données probantes. J'aspire à incarner l'art des soins infirmiers en reconnaissant les forces de chacun et en agissant avec compassion, sagesse, présence et ouverture d'esprit. Je m'engage à collaborer avec mes collègues de toutes les professions, à approfondir mes connaissances scientifiques et mon savoir infirmier. Tout au long de ma carrière, j'exercerai mon leadership afin de contribuer au développement de ma profession. Je fais ces promesses sur mon honneur et en toute liberté, alors que j'entreprends ma profession avec enthousiasme et fierté, tout en maintenant mon engagement à prodiguer des soins équitables.
All right, so you already gave yourself a round of applause. So with this, it concludes our ceremony for today. I would like to thank the organizing committee who worked for months to put this event together, our speakers, our program directors, and everyone who has joined us on live stream. Most of all, congratulations to you, our students, for making this commitment to the nursing profession. We wish you continued success on your educational journeys. And for those of you who've reserved your attendance for a light reception, you're all invited to join us in the foyer for refreshments. And we wish you a good reading week next week. And thank you again for coming here. Have a great day.